Since our last conversation, the death toll from the Lake Kariba ferry disaster has risen to 97 after police recovered more bodies in the water. The Reader-operated ferry Mbuyanianda capsized on 11 August while traveling from Kariba town to Chalala amid strong winds locally known as the Binga waves. Now, the vessel had an official capacity of 90 passengers, but reports suggest well over 170 people, including infants, may have been aboard when it went down near Long Island. Police say more than 40 sub-aqua divers, 2 large boats, 2 small boats, and the Zimbabwe National Army Boat Squadron have been deployed since the day of the disaster. Around 77 survivors have been accounted for. Authorities expect the toll to keep rising as recovery operations continue, and have not yet confirmed exactly how many people remained unaccounted for. President Emmerson Mnangagwa declared the tragedy as a state of disaster. Now, while we are still on that story, now a woman who rescued 7 people at Kariba to be honored by the First Lady amid the grief in Kariba. One act of courage has stood out. Now, Taurai Taruvamba, 36-year-old, rescued 7 people, including her own 2 children, during the ferry disaster, and the First Lady, Dr. Auxillia Mnangagwa, is scheduled to personally meet her in recognition of her bravery. Now, efforts are still being made to recover all bodies underwater, as we are now at 97 bodies. Moving on to the second story of the day, Zim dancehall star popularly known as Hulengende was back in police custody within hours of walking free from Harare court this week. Now, the National Prosecuting Authority withdrew fraud and assault charges against him on Tuesday after the complainant confirmed he had received 3,900 he was allegedly owed. Separately said he no longer wishes to pursue the assault charges. But Hulengende was rearrested shortly after leaving court, reportedly in connection with a separate fraud case in Chinoy involving another complainant. His wife and fellow performer Maloti is also wanted by police for allegedly skipping earlier court proceedings tied to a cyber bullying case involving the one and only Passion Java. Now, this pair's legal troubles stem partly from their dramatic arrests at last Doek and Slay show in Harare. Following weeks of complaints from promoters in Zimbabwe, UK, and wider in the region, who accused the couple of taking booking deposits and then failing to honor performances, this has led to a series of troubles in their career. Now, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think they are affecting their brand as we go, or do you even think that promoters are still going to want to work with them considering they are by it? But there's a lot going on. Let me know what do you think in the comment section. Well, now, moving on to the last story of the day. 18 armed robbers jailed a combined 950 years over Wicknell Chivayo in-laws raid. The 18 members of an armed gang that raided the Marondera farm of businessman Wicknell Chivayo's in-laws have been handed sentences totaling a combined 950 years in prison. Harare Regional Magistrate Musaiwona Shotgame handed down the sentence this week, convicting the group after a full trial in which all had pleaded not guilty. 9 of them accused received effective sentences of 76 years each, while the remaining 9 of them got 55 each. Just days after Chivayo's traditional wedding to his wife Lulu, armed with rifles, pistols, machetes, bolt cutters, and iron bars. Hey, these guys had a lot of things, guys. A lot of things, including bolt cutters. They assaulted the security guards, patrons Mabunu and Medik Jakarta before forcing their way into the house, making off roughly with 74,000 in cash, believed include part of Chivayo's lobola payment. Now let me know what do you think in the comment section. Do you think that for 74,000 US dollars, people getting over 70 years and 50 years in prison, is that fair? Or considering there are also cases behind these guys that they have done before, I feel like they are going for good.